Without proper weed control, we'd be losing a lot of yield potential out there. I look back not that far and all we were using was Roundup. And that worked for a long time, but as the weeds have gained resistance, we've had to adjust our plan as well to try to kill these weeds that seem to be growing and learning faster than we are. If you don't control the weeds, they control your crops.
So people help solve the problems. Technology and innovation are outputs of really good people coming up with solutions.
If innovation stops, we all stop.
Our people come in every day ready to make that difference.
Over the next 10 years, the world is predicted to be at 10 billion people. We are going to have to feed those people on less acres and less resources.
I often say the impossible just takes longer. We make time to innovate those impossible tasks.
We don't believe there's anyone in the industry that's got a better portfolio than we do.
Innovation. It's what we do. It's everything that we do here.
My name is Kenn Potter. I live in southeastern South Dakota. I'm a farmer, grower near Menno and Bridgewater. I've been farming for all my life, basically. Family farm, probably about to the 6th generation, following my son Seth taking over.
My name's Seth Potter. I went to college at South Dakota State University. I moved back in 2011 and began farming with my dad. Been on a multi-generational farm here for roughly 150 years.
Farm started in 1874. That's when the family moved from Ukraine, and before that they came from Austria. A lot of family history over there as farmers. Farming operation includes about 2,500 acres. Some of those acres are pasture. We raise corn and soybeans.
We run a corn and bean rotation operation, split about 50-50 most years.
Today's market is actually really tough. You have to be almost a financial wizard to keep up with some of the things that are going on. Collecting data on the farm is just about everything.
Whether it be your crop prices, your diesel prices, everything's moving all the time. You're constantly tracking, you're constantly collecting data, and then using each layer of that to make your best informed decisions.
Every year is a challenge, and you have to be innovative going forward to solve the problems that come down the road.
Like everything else in the world, farming practices change year to year, and you're constantly looking for new and better ways to do something. And I think, Helena pushes that on us quite often.
When we do our data research, a lot of it's done through Helena. Everything from agronomy to application, doing field maps, field studies, soil samples, using the right product at the right time. Chris Swanson takes care of a lot of that for us. He'll set up the zones for us and help us determine what needs to be done on those zones on each field.
My name is Chris Swanson. I'm a sales rep at Helena. Ken and I's relationship started 19 years ago with a yield monitor and auto steer. And it evolved into, hey, let's do some fungicide on the corn with our aerial side of the business. And since then, it's just evolved to, I deal with every aspect of the farming operation. It's a full-blown farming relationship. It's a friendship, is really what it turns into.
When I came back to the farm, Dad had been working with Chris and Helena for a few years at that point already. And to have somebody trustworthy that you can talk to about anything on your farm has been good.
Here in South Dakota, we do mostly corn and soybeans. There's some alfalfa, some wheat, mostly all dry land, a little bit of irrigation. We have Kochia, we have Waterhemp. They're different season weeds. There's a variety of farming practices from the no-till, the minimum till, full tillage, strip till. We have everything right across the road from each other.
My name is Nick Lenz. I'm a sales agronomist out of Tripp for Helena. A sales rep at Helena is kind of the go-between for our growers for some extra knowledge and products and helping them be able to grow more bushels and to be creative and innovate. We provide them with recommendations for fertilizer and what we recommend to kill weeds.
A lot of the agronomic issues that we've had over the years were weed control. The weeds are smarter. It's just not an NP and K game anymore. There's a lot of science in these products, the micronutrients and the technologies. Every year is different. We try to come up with a plan dealing with the right product for the right use.
My name is Paul Sauer. I'm product manager for Helena. I cover northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and eastern South Dakota. The longer you let weed pressure go, the more you reduce in yield. All right, every crop stage of the crop, 2 to 3% of your yield can be reduced due to poor weed management. They're competing for soil moisture, nutrients, sunlight, energy for the plant. That really makes a big difference on the profitability of the crop, which makes herbicides very important. We continue to see more and more resistance to our herbicides, and part of that is because we're spraying too big of weeds, we're making it harder to kill. Post-emerge herbicides were never designed to kill anything greater than the 4-inch tall weed. The more we do that, the worse our resistance is getting. There's no new products coming around in the marketplace, herbicides, so we're constantly trying to do more, get more out of our herbicides that we have on the market. Innovation is always striving to do more, get more with less. Value-added products of Helena is going to be taking an existing active ingredient or herbicide in the marketplace and adding a value to it, making it work better, increasing efficacy in the field. Empyros, Grounded, Antares Complete have all been covered and tested over 30 states and over several hundred different trials over the course of the last 5 years since they've been developed.
Grounded is pretty much explained in its name. It helps put that product in place and helps the residual of that product.
Any residual application, we're adding Grounded in. It helps the herbicide perform better, but it also extends the life of residual products. It doesn't allow them to break down as quick. It holds them in the weed zone longer, and it's not leached out with heavy rains. We can count on it to add 1 to 2 weeks out of our residual control. Waterhemp has evolved. It grows all summer long, so the longer we can make a residual last and perform well, the better.
Empyros is great for Kenn Potter because the amount of acres that he has to cover, spraying his own crop, the wide range window for application, anything on that 14-day pre-plant all the way up to that 20-inch tall corn, which is going to give him the ability to spray all of his corn in a timely manner of when he needs to get to it.
It gives him the flexibility to chase his planter, spray before the planter, spray after the crop's up.
Convenience to my grower is very important. One of the things that separates Antares Complete apart from others is it's a complete 3-in-1. So you've got 3 different products into one jug. Makes it really simple for guys. They have less things they got to pour in the tank. We've had a lot of success using Antares Complete with growers. We've had really good residual control, a little over a month, 5 weeks in some places, as far as keeping weeds back.
Antares Complete, we have 3 modes of action. We may or may not pair it with a burn down, depending on the farming practice, but it's early season weed control, getting Kochia, Waterhemp, 2 biggest problem weeds we have in this area.
We face problems with weed control every year. We've been using it for a couple of years here as a pre to our soybean crop, and controlling weeds before canopy is a very important part of our farming practice.
The services from Helena are very important to the farm. The kind of yield improvements that I've seen over the years are quite, they're amazing. From the first years we broke over 100 bushel corn to now pushing over 200 bushel corn. Chris, he's very knowledgeable of the products. He can look at the different products that he has to offer, and I rely on him quite often to come up with the right formulations to get the weeds that are on my farm. Farming doesn't quit at 6 o'clock at night, and I've made phone calls to Chris at 11 o'clock, and usually he's driving by the farm later than that.
What's Robin say? If I leave, you got to retire?
Helena has been a big part of innovation on our farm. How can somebody make a good, informed decision without having a lot of data in place? It's important to have these guys, doing the groundwork for us behind the scenes.
Innovation is always moving forward. I mean, whether it's foliar, nutritionals, herbicides, weed control, always looking for a better package that's better than last year.
If you're not moving forward, you're moving back.
Innovation to me is always trying to keep up with the changes, and we're trying to make every acre do the best production we can get out of it.
It's been a long-standing family farm, and I suppose I'm next in line as far as keeping the legacy going. Having people that have answers for you when you need them is pretty important.